Terrifier 2 is written and directed by Damien Leone and sees the return of Art the Clown to the big screen. After being resurrected by a sinister entity, Art the Clown returns to the timid town of Miles County, where he targets a teenage girl and her younger brother on Halloween night. The first Terrifier is like 82 minutes long. I saw it a couple years back. It's tough to make an interesting or even somewhat original horror movie clown anymore, and Art the Clown stood out as someone that I had never really seen before, mostly because of a great performance from David Howard Thornton and some really amazing makeup. This character was also seen in All Hallows Eve, but he really became more popular with that first Terrifier film. This Terrifier movie is not 82 minutes long. It's 138 minutes long. Yes, 2 hours and 18 minutes of Terrifier 2. That's crazy. I will just say it. Like, I liked this movie. I did. I enjoyed it quite a bit. But fuck, that is insane. Like, people thought The Empty Man was long. This is the longest slasher movie I've ever seen, I think. I can't think of another slasher off the top of my head that tops this runtime. And of this budget, too, which is really impressive. Usually, if a horror movie is going to go that far, it's like millions and millions of dollars, 20, 30, 40 million dollar production, more even. Art the Clown is a sadistic, brutal, fucking psycho. Like, Jesus Christ. This dude will not stop when you're dead. He will still play around with your body parts and do weird shit to you. And with this film, I think that character is solidified as an iconic horror villain. I don't necessarily think that Terrifier 1 and Terrifier 2 are going to be classics, but I do think that they might be grindhouse cult favorites of the genre. I think that there's a lot here for people to enjoy, and I saw genuine hints of a really talented filmmaker in Damien Leone. He does a lot of sequences that are very cerebral and kind of surreal. There's dream sequences that go on and on. You know you're in a dream, but the scene doesn't end and it just keeps getting even more disturbing, and then it's referenced over and over again in the movie. There's hints at strange spiritual things happening under the surface, and there is an attempt to build a mythology around Art the Clown and our hero, Sienna, played very well by LaVera, who despite Art the Clown's insanity might be the best part of the movie. I thought LaVera was really great. And in regards to that mythology, I think that's where the film needed a little more work. There's a backstory with Sienna's father who's passed away. He was an artist and he had things that he created as well as gifted to her, like a sword. And there's suggestions about some of those items and his role in all of that, but it's not really explained or delved into in an explicit way. And with the conclusion of the movie as is, which of course I will not spoil for anyone, it feels like they didn't quite land on a meaning, even though I think I know what they were going for. It feels a little open-ended, and I wish that there was more of an attempt to stick to something. Where Terrifier 2 works the best is when it's focusing on Art the Clown, all of the crazy shit he does, the truly remarkable makeup work also by Damien Leone and Phil Falcone, as well as Anthony Giordano, at least according to IMDb. I mean, for real, this movie is bloody. Like, be prepared. This movie is really, really gory. Like, it was a goal. They set out with, like, a target in mind. They wanted to be as fucked up as they could, and this movie's violent, man. It's nasty. And the makeup is very effective. Like, it really feels real. The amount of control that Damien Leone had on this project, for the most part, seems to have paid off. I do think, though, in the future, it wouldn't hurt to work with an editor, because he also edited the film. It didn't have to be 2 hours and 18 minutes long. There are important scenes all throughout that runtime, but I saw many opportunities for every scene to have 1 or 2 less shots. Nothing huge, just like 10 or 15 seconds off of every scene. I'm in the middle of doing that right now with my film. I'm in the rough cut phase of Shelby Oaks, and we're making those choices. We're like, can we shave off even a few frames off of that shot? Every single time you cut a minute out of your movie, you're potentially losing some information or something that the audience might like, but sometimes when you watch it without that, you realize, you know what, I just kind of love that, but it doesn't have to be there. And there's a lot of moments like that throughout Terrifier 2 where just 10 to 15 seconds off of every scene would have amounted to a genuinely better pace in the end of the film, and I think something like that could really help this movie. But I do think that you should see it if you like the first Terrifier. If you love the first Terrifier, this movie is just going to be more of everything you like. I thought the film was very entertaining. I like the lead performance from Lauren LaVera, and I think Art the Clown is potentially going to be iconic one day. So I would love to see a Terrifier 3. It doesn't have to be 3 hours long, though. It really doesn't. But I did have a lot of fun watching this at midnight in a fairly crowded theater at Fantastic Fest. So guys, look forward to the film, as well as more videos in the 10th annual Halloween special coming your way very soon. Thank you so much, as always, for watching. And if you like this, you can click right here and get Stuckmannized.